Okay, so this week we're looking at page 22 of the World of Graphics book, and we're going to look at an inclined lines question. So, question 6. Part of the National Rail logo shown in the diagram below. The logo is made of horizontal, vertical and inclined lines. Reproduce the logo with the given dimensions. So we're going to start off by drawing our grid. The only thing is, this time our grid won't have all horizontal and vertical lines. So we're going to have to add in some of these 30-degree lines as well. So I'll post a picture of this onto Teams and you can see where we're going with this, alright? So we're going to start off with a rectangle on the page. If we add up these bottom dimensions, we have 90 and 40, which is 130, and 130 plus 60 is 190. We're going to add in these vertical ones as well. So I'm going to start off by drawing a rectangle on the page. Okay, so starting this question, from the bottom of the page, I'm going to measure in 50 and up 50. So from the bottom left-hand corner, measuring in 50, I'm going to draw a light line going up. And I'm going to measure up 50 as well. And that is my starting point for this question. So we're going to start off with the rectangle for this question. So as we said, we have a horizontal line going across the page. And on that horizontal line, I'm going to measure over 190 millimeters. So over 190. And lightly, I'm going to draw two vertical lines going up. So 1 and 2. Okay, adding in those dimensions at the bottom. So my first one is 90, then 40, and that should leave me with 60 if I've done it correctly. So 90, 40, and 60. And I'm going to add in these vertical ones as well. I'll just note those ones on the bottom. So 90 first, then 40, and then 60. Okay, going up. So our first vertical dimension is 28. So up 28. After the 28, we have 20 and then another 28. So 20 and 28. And then we have two more of those as well, 20 and 28. And I'm going to bring all of those lightly going horizontally across the page. So we can see our grid is starting to come together for this question. And I'll just note the dimensions on this as well. So we have 28, 20, 28, 20, and 28. Okay. Now, so looking at this question, I have measured over 90, I've measured over 40, I've measured over 60. Now, if I look at these 2 points at 40 in the middle, I can see that they don't go straight up. So I'm not going to bring them straight up for this question because it's not going to do anything for me. Instead, I can see in the question that there is a 30-degree angle from this point here. So I need to use my set square, which has 30 degrees on it. And I'm going to place it on my T-square, and I'm going to draw two lines going up at 30 degrees. So if you're looking at your two set squares, they're the two you have at home. So you have a set square with a 90-degree angle and two 45-degree angles. That's the smaller set square of the two. You can put that one away. And you're going to use the bigger set square. So if you're looking at this set square here, you have a 90-degree angle in this corner. This corner here, we have a 60-degree angle. And that leaves us with 30 degrees on this long section here. So the longest point of this big set square, that is the 30-degree angle. And that's the angle that you have to use for this question. So how do we actually use it? So the 2 points that we're going to start off with are these two 40s down the bottom. So I'm just going to mark those 2 points. So snap your T-square onto your board. Make sure your T-square is pulled in as tight as it can go. Snap your set square onto your T-square and slide it over until this 30-degree angle is touching one of the points at 40. And bring a line up lightly up to this first line here at 30 degrees. So that line there is at 30 degrees. I'm going to keep my T-square pulled in. I'm going to snap my set square onto my T-square again. And I'm going to draw a second 30-degree line in there like so. And I'm going to mark those 2 points. Now if you look at the question, what happens from those 2 points? These 2 points here go straight up, then they go back 30 degrees this way, straight up, and they go back 30 degrees to the left-hand side again. So that's what we're going to do. So I've drawn these two up at 30 degrees. I'll just label those two angles in there, 30 degrees. And I'm going to bring these two here straight up. Okay. From these 2 points now, I have another 30-degree angle. The only thing is the previous 30-degree angle was going to the left. This time the 30 degrees has to go to the right. So to do a 30-degree line to the right, our set square was that way for the first one. You need to flip your set square around so that it's sitting like that on your T-square and bring them up at 30 degrees to the right-hand side this time. Mark those 2 points and bring them straight up. Mark those 2 points, and for the last time, you have to bring these two 30 degrees up to the left-hand side. So when you're using that 30 degrees, the most important thing is that your your T-square is pulled in as tight as it can go, and that your set square is sitting on your T-square like that. Okay, all that's left to do now is go back over the construction lines and put on my finishing lines. And that's what I'm going to do now. So my first finishing line is down here at the bottom. It's in between these two 40s. The next two are going up at 30 degrees to the left. These ones here go all the way over to complete the rectangle. Two small vertical ones here either side. Two 30-degree angles going up to the right. Again, make sure that your T-square and your set square are sitting flush with the edge of the board. These two on either side. And finally, the two 30-degree lines at the top. And to finish it off, we can add a touch of colour to the inside of it. Doesn't matter what colour you use, whatever you have at home. Okay, that's this week's question.